And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Baseball coming up on this Memorial Day. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Ready to go now? Here's the center fielder, Cedane Rafaela. The 1-1. That one out to right, under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here's Trevor Story.
Batting second, the shortstop, Trevor.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And here it comes. And another ball. That misses the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's Rafael Devers. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. Stowers ranging back. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe.
He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Here is J.D. Martinez. Comes a 2-2. In the air, center field. Drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
The center fielder.
You know, we talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how he's going to go about attacking hitters. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. Kyle Stowers, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ripped to short. Story sends it over to first. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Adley Rutschman. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late. So the night before his start, he effectively goes over the lineup he anticipates he's going to face and plays the game. So he goes through an entire opposing lineup on MLB The Show. Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. New inning getting started. Now here is Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida.
And he deals. Swung on, belted. Mullins moving back for it. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. That's one way to quiet the crowd. His 9th homer of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. And next for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. Left field. Cowser under it. Makes the grab. 1 away. Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. Brings it in with a nice running grab. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Bobby Dahlbeck up next for the Red Sox. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Got him swinging. Back now at Oriole Park. We head to the bottom of the second and into the box for Baltimore. Gunnar Henderson. Next pitch is outside. And the right-hander deals. Got it by him for the K.
Batting fifth.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Dahlbeck takes it to the bag. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Here's a 1-1.
That's ball 2.
2 outs, base is empty. Fouls one off. 2-2. Righty to the plate.
3-2.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 2 outs. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On a line, base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Giolito moved to first. Cowser back in on a dive. Now here is Nick Maton. That one almost got him. Here's a 2-1. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, Vaughn Grissom. And another ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Up the middle, Mateo. Jump throw across his body. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. So stepping in for Boston, Cedane Rafaela. And there's a ball.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Mullins pulls that one down, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. And that one fouled off. And now the lefty. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. Back here in Baltimore as we go to the last of the 3rd. And into the box for Baltimore, Nick Maton. The pitch. And 1-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. James McCann in now. just off the outside edge, and a count 2-1. Home team down a run here in the last half of the third. Right side. Over to Dahlbeck, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Jorge Mateo now. The Red Sox up by a run here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a big swing and a miss.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one just misses. And he steps off. And the pitch. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And there's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Mateo off of first with 2 away. And down on strikes he goes. That's the inning.
Ringing my phone and freeing the moan, and I'm in the zone. Leave me alone, please. I've got a habit of doing.
On to the 4th, stepping in the long ball threat, Rafael Devers.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Cowser moving under this one. Makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Masataka Yoshida. And another ball. And a curve finds the outside corner for strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. That one missed. Gets a piece and stays alive. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And we're back. And here is Kyle Stowers.
The right fielder.
Righty delivers. Just missed.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman. The Orioles trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That one blasted deep to right. And it hits the fence. Around first, heading for 2. And now the tying run is in the scoring position.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And now Gunnar Henderson. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw, and that's a tough time for an error. One down. Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. 2 on, 1 out. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
That clips a corner. On the ground, right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2. So up next, Colton Cowser. That one finds the corner. 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball, left side. Over to Dahlbeck. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Connor Wong. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hard hit to 3rd. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. 1 down, base is empty. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and
dives, but it kicks off his glove. He decides to hold on to it, and he's on at first.
The first baseman.
1 gone runner at first. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Next offering upstairs. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. The 3-1. There's a swing and a drive. Mullins going back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2 outs in there. And so now 1 and 2. This to 3rd, Maton. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
Get up, let the groove soak, yeah,
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, down the 3rd baseman, Nick Maton. Here comes a pitch. Fouls one away, and now 3 and 2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Got him. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Here is James McCann. Two one now. Way out front for strike 2. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So 2 down now, and here is Jorge Mateo. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The big righty strikes out the side. Back here in Baltimore, top of the 6th inning. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Ceddanne Rafaela. Lifted in the air, right center field. Mullins in pursuit. And it's caught for the out. Trevor Story up next for the Red Sox.
Trevor Story.
One down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Off balance throw in time, and Story is out. Now it's Devers at the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
2 strikes.
Left-hand batter waits. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable because he has the
dives, but it falls, and now it looks like extra bases. Around second is Devers, and he's there at third with a triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Let that pitch get pretty deep on him, so I think he was looking to go the other way. It was off speed and inside though, so a good adjustment to shoot it back up the middle.
2 balls.
And another ball. Devers at third with 2 away. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Oh, good solid contact right there, just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
High fly ball out to left field. Kowser under this one. And makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 6th. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Ball to strike. Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that's outside, and it's 3-2. Kicks and fires. Ref Snyder. And they get Mullins for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers.
Yeah, and he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition. And he tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and put it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. There's a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Looks like he wants the signs again. Good eye right there. On the ground. And it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes though.
Lucas Litke gets the call from the pen.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Next to hit, Gunnar Henderson. That missed by a lot. And it's 2-1.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
2 outs. That one to first. Dahlbeck steps on the bag, inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dylan Tate.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Well, 1-run game, and stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. And the pitch. And there's a hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now a chance for Connor Wong. Breaking ball inside. And it's 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is even 2-2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And that misses off the outside edge. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Bunt attempt misses. Throw to third, and he's out. Right-handed reliever. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's going to be Bobby Dahlbeck. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man at second. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. And we're back, bottom of the 7th, and here is Ryan O'Hearn. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Just off the outside edge. Looking to get the tying run on base. Makes the catch, 1 down. Now the left fielder, Colton Cowser.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a miss. Full count now.
Full count. 3-2.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now at the plate, Nick Maton.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Mike Baumann.
Power slider guy, Bill. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Vaughn Grissom now at the plate. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. So the lineup flips over. And next for the Red Sox, Cedane Rafaela. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Pretty good fastball location down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it. Hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time there.
And the batter now, Trevor Story. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. No swing. Check swing on a 3-2. Appeal down to first, and he held up just enough. That's ball 4. And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
That one is absolutely belted, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. 1 run's in. Now the second run is in. 3-0.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Just an awesome swing of the bat.
Ryan Baker gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
1 out, runner at second. J.D. Martinez up next for the Red Sox. Not close with that one. 2-1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Next to hit, Masataka Yoshida. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 down. Digging in, Connor Wong. Devers over at second. Yoshida on at first with 2 down. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Looking for some insurance. Or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
no matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
Got him. Good job at damage control right there. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th. And here's the first baseman, James McCann. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. So digging in, Jorge Mateo.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That's to third. Grissom gathers and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's going to be Cedric Mullins. Headed down the line. Martinez pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Cionel Perez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. Next offered in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a ball. At the belt and fires. He tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Leading off for Boston.
So a man aboard at the plate. Bobby Dahlbeck. Refsnyder gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Off the mark there. And a count 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
He swings and fouls one off. Got him swinging. And at first, Vaughn Grissom up next for the Red Sox. And here it comes. Man at first, 1 away. On the ground to third. There's 1. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kenley Jansen.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Kyle Stowers getting ready to hit.
The right fielder, Kyle Stowers.
There's a strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. He's 2 outs away. So next to hit for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. One down, base is empty. That one down the line, and foul ball. And he deals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
So they're down to their final out. And now Gunnar Henderson. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. They're down to their final strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
1 strike away. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And a pitch. Right through there, got him. That's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. Kenley Jansen picking up the save. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
The final